One thing people sometimes assume is that appendix carry doesn't work well if you've got a little bit of a stomach. But as you can see here, even with a little fluff in the front, you can still conceal effectively with the right setup. The key is positioning and practice. What makes this setup interesting is that it gives you a lot of flexibility in how you carry. Unlike some belly bands that sit higher on the stomach, this one rides closer to the waistline, which allows me to run it in a position that feels much closer to traditional appendix carry. Because of that lower position along the waistline, it also allows me to experiment with slightly shifting the firearm position between appendix and the 3 o'clock area, depending on comfort, concealment, and the clothing I'm wearing that day. That versatility is one of the reasons I like testing systems like this. And as always, before we do any training, we establish safety. It's an inert training platform with no firing mechanism, and all live ammunition has been removed from the training space. That allows me to safely work on draw mechanics, trigger press, and movement without introducing live ammunition into the environment. With safety confirmed, the focus here is simple. I'm working on smooth draws, controlled movement, and careful reholstering while carrying along the waistline using this band. Noting that belly bands are truly not for continuous unholstering and reholstering like traditional holster carry setups. This band stays fairly secure along the waistline, and the holster pocket keeps the firearm stable enough that I can move naturally without a lot of shifting. During this session, I'm also testing how the band behaves with different clothing configurations. Different shirt materials clear differently when drawing from concealment. Some fabrics move easily, others tend to hang up a little more. Understanding how your clothing interacts with your carry setup is a big part of concealed carry training. That's why you'll see me run this system under a few different shirt styles as I continue testing it. Every repetition starts the same way. Clear the garment, establish the grip, draw with intention, align to the target, press the trigger. Then carefully return the firearm to the holster, because one of the most important habits to build during training is controlled reholstering. Fast to draw, slow to reholster. Even though this is dry practice, every movement is deliberate and controlled. Another thing I like to pay attention to during sessions like this is how the band behaves when I shift my stance, bend slightly, or move side to side. In the real world, we're rarely standing perfectly still. So part of this training is simply getting comfortable with how the firearm sits on the body and how the draw changes depending on your position.